Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I am Zmore, the Dad in DPS, and today we are doing another episode of Before You Buy, where I review something that's came out into the Atomic Shop and basically talk about it. Now, before we get into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we do have our YouTube members to thank, which are Twice Baked Spuds, Golty, and Wyatt Blackburn. Thank you very much, guys. Can't do this without you. So, yeah, the Blood Eagle bundle that's currently in the Atomic Shop is what we're going to be looking at today. It's got a very edgelordy scary face on there, and I love it. So we've got a couple of different things. The first is the Raider Blood Eagle Power Armour, which looks quite cool. I really like the red and the random tires that are on there. You've got the Pickled Brain, which is a camp item just for display purposes. I hope that is pickle juice and not something else. We also have the laser grid door frame, which should be interesting, especially for setting up kind of theme camps and things like that. I've got some ideas on how to use it myself, but we'll see how that comes into fruition. And then we have the Skulllord helmet and outfit, which is, as I said, very edgelordy. So it should be interesting to see how it looks up close and personal. So first up we'll come to the Blood Eagle Power Armour. I keep almost saying Raider. Now this is a very unique set. You've got loads of, obviously, red. You've got a bunch of different tyres, and in the back mainly, and the sides, you've got these exhausts coming out all over the armour, along with the Blood Eagle logo in the middle, and this really unique power helmet. It reminds me a little bit of an American football helmet, and as a result, this whole thing reminds me of a really old game called Speedball. I think it might have got remade into something like Blood Ball or some crap like that. Basically, American football, but you murder your opponents kind of thing. It's got that whole vibe to it. It also has the potential to have a transformery vibe to it because of the wheels on the bottom of the feet, and the tires all over it. But overall, I think it's a very, very effective set of armor, and I actually really like the look of it. I think it's going to be probably my go-to set as is. Now let's get a little bit of a closer look on the little details. Moved a bit too close there. Now you can see that power helmet there, and the little lights on top. And if we look around, we can see the back of it. There's not really much to see in that sense, but it gives you a good idea. And then you can see that face guard, which is why it reminds me of an American football helmet. Those railway spikes coming at the top of the head cannot feel nice. But overall, it just has an overall quite clean look. So I don't necessarily think it really matches the Raider vibe perfectly, but it certainly matches the edgelord look that this set seems to be going for. But there is that. I actually really like it, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's a Blood Eagle set, but maybe that's just me. So we have the Skulllord helmet and the Skulllord outfit. Now, as you can see on screen, it's pretty damn scary looking. I absolutely love the outfit. The helmet I'm less sold on. As you can see on the back there, we also have what I would describe as Isaac Clarke's outfit from Dead Space with skulls attached to it. It's got a very I don't even remember what the suit's called in Dead Space, but it's got that vibe to it for me, with the kind of metal spine on there and things like that. Obviously it is a Raider outfit, so you have all the kind of Raider usual things like a lot of scrap metal and whatnot just pinned on there. And the skulls do look absolutely fantastic, and I also like the little finger bones and all the little decals on there. And then on the other side, you've got this pauldron that just looks really impressive and pretty cool. So yeah, it's overall a very effective piece of armor, looking at it close up, and I definitely really enjoy it. And then on the feet here, you have these kind of steel toe caps. And overall, it's just a very, very effective piece of kit. And if we move a bit closer, you can get a better look at these skulls. They're very, very impressive. There's barbed wire on the character, things attached with rope. Just a lot of really cool details. And those eyes on the helmet itself are absolutely terrifying. Yeah. It's a pretty scary outfit, isn't it? Now we're coming to the laser grid doors. Now, I think this is a very, very cool concept. Obviously, it doesn't fold in or out like a lot of doors, so you do have the sense that it is more sealed, more secure, and more compact. The whole theme of it just makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. I actually really like these. It's not the kind of door I'd use as my front door. It's more a kind of thing that I would have in a corridor. Maybe a couple of them lined up together to make that kind of atmosphere of a sealed off area in a base. And then obviously when you turn them off, it just disappears. So it's a bit like the curtains in that sense. And then you just have the ability to turn it back on and on again. It locks just like any other door does, so you can lock it and only you can deactivate it and reactivate it, that kind of thing. Be cool if it hurt people walking into it, but sadly it does not. But that is what it is. I think it's just a fantastic looking door, but again, not the kind of thing I'd use for a front door for definite. Now we come to the last item in this bundle, and that is the brains in a jar. Now, the cool thing about it, as you can see on screen, is the sort of move and float. The detail on there is pretty cool. You've got the little bits and bobs down here at the bottom, just moving around, and it's a very kind of moving piece. It doesn't just sit still, which is quite cool about it. It's just an interesting thing to put in the camp, and I think the biggest problem with camps is there's not enough little knickknacks and doodads that you can pop down onto shelves and things like that to make the camp look a bit more interesting. The ones that you can get have to go into your stupid like cabinets and shelf units that look really out of place in a lot of camps. So there is a lack of kind of things like this in the game. Don't get me wrong, there is some degree of little ornaments and whatnot, but I definitely think we are missing quite a lot that we could have in game, that we probably should have in game. But that is just me. Now for this bundle you're paying 1800 atoms. For that you're getting the outfit, the power armor, the door, and the brain in the jar. Typically power armor skins are quite expensive, if I'm honest, so you kind of make the money back mostly in the power armor. The outfit is fantastic, I absolutely love it, and I love the power armor. I like the door and I like the brains. I like all the bits and pieces, but I find it hard to justify the price tag of power armor. Like, I don't think power armor skins are worth the amount that they charge, personally. So I don't feel you get the same amount of value, especially when you've got like the contemporary camps. The contemporary camp kit, which is I believe about 1500, maybe 1200, and you're getting essentially a whole building kit of walls and things like that for a less price. And for this, you're not really getting a huge amount, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I'm not unhappy with my purchase because I love the items, but at the same time, I would find it hard to justify it if I was trying to convince you to buy it. So I definitely think if you love all these items, go for it. They are fantastic, and the cosmetics in this game quite often are really good. But is it worth the the atoms? That's something you really need to question yourself, because at the end of the day, it's only worth what you put into it. And if you typically would buy power armor skins for the price that they're usually at, then you'll get your money's worth out of this. But maybe that's just me. So that was today's video, guys. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. If you want to be a YouTube member, don't forget to hit that join button below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not really anything else I can say tonight in regards to this. It is what it is. The problem with Atomic Shop bundles is it's a very individualistic thing whether you think what you're buying is worth what you're buying. And yeah, power armor, I as I said, I just find it really hard to justify the price tag, but that's very much my opinion. Anywho, guys, we'll catch you all next time in the Wasteland.